How many of you have a social media site? Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat? And how many hours a day or a week do you find yourself on the site? And do you ever notice yourself feeling in a rut or depressed afterwards and you're not really certain why? I'm Mandy McNamara, and for my persuasive speech, I did a research study on how social media sites can cause depression. In the beginning, we'll take Facebook specifically, it was pretty much created as a connection site, a place to reconnect with old high school buddies, to keep in touch with family members that live in different states or different cities, being able to share in their experiences with them, look at pictures. You could comment on their videos or their pictures. And it was ultimately great. It's like you didn't have to talk on the phone all the time. You could just log in and find out what's going on with people's lives. Throughout the years, though, it's been found that Facebook has an adverse reaction and it can cause depression in people. People who now find themselves infatuated with others' lives, they find themselves comparing their life, which they see as mundane or boring, this kind of inadequate job. They're not happy with their car, their house, whatever, and they log on to Facebook and they see their neighbor who just bought a brand new car, just got a promotion at their job, and they develop what's known as Facebook envy. And according to Edison Tandock, Facebook use is associated with envy, employing Facebook for the use of surveillance, which adversely produces depression. Basically, what this is saying is what I just said. You develop Facebook envy looking at everything else everyone else has and what you don't have. Instead of being happy for people, you start to build up a resentment. You also find yourself noticing people are constantly bragging about themselves and what they have and trying to build up this perception that they have this amazing lifestyle and they go on all these amazing vacations. And again, you're sitting behind your computer in your cubicle at work and you're thinking, okay, why does this person get to go on all these great vacations and how do they get to buy this awesome new vehicle and I can't even afford to pay my mortgage? In reality, this person's life isn't as great as it seems. They're just making you perceive it by putting everything on Facebook or a social media site. According to Aaron Vogel, complementary findings suggest that a user who inspects loosely an acquaintance's profile tends to perceive a flawless account of that person's existence. Again, basically what they're saying is that they're seeing this person as the person wants to be seen. They're not seeing their normal, real life. According to Alicia G. Wallen, social networking has been linked to a surprising number of unmeasurable health consequences. That's pretty harsh if you think about it. Just by logging into your social media site and seeing all these people doing all these great things, it really does cause depression. If you're unhappy with your life already, it can make it even worse. Let's take Instagram, for example. Young girls get on Instagram and they see these pictures, these airbrushed, digitally monitored pictures of these beautiful women, and they start to think, I don't have a body like that. I'm never going to have a body like that. These people are perfect. And look at me. It's not real. But young teenagers, they don't understand that. And they develop depression because they're thinking that they're never going to look like this. Well, nobody's ever going to look like that. You can't unless you have your picture airbrushed. So this is the bad thing about social media, and this is what causes depression in young people and adults. On the other side of that, with Facebook now You're allowed to share news stories. You're allowed to comment on news stories. Every tragic event that happens in somebody's life, they're posting it on Facebook. And it's allowing people to comment horrible, horrible comments. And people's families read these comments. They're suffering from a tragic event that just happened in their life. And now they get onto Facebook, and it's not bad enough that they see their picture or news article about whatever happened to their loved ones. Now they're reading all these comments about their loved one. That's also going to cause depression. To sum it up, social media in general has desensitized people from actual emotion. People don't feel empathy for people anymore. They're focused only on materialistic things and what's in front of them. Depression issues come from being unhappy and feeling like you're not good enough and you'll never have what somebody else has. People didn't know about this before social media. It wasn't made as aware to them before social media. You weren't able to log on to your computer and find out how amazing everyone else's life is. So hopefully people start communicating face to face again and maybe start living their lives, and who knows, maybe we'll all live happier and won't be as anxious and depressed. I am very excited to hear all your speeches. Thank you for listening to mine, and have a great night.